I'm interested to know what are some of the biggest lessons you've learned in your property journey so far through through all of the stuff you've gone, or maybe what's one lesson that you could share with the listeners to help guide them.
I think the biggest thing for me, like, and this is a reflection through working with clients and stuff now, is that, and it's something I'm still trying to wrap the words around to make it clear to clients and to people generally, is that something, I don't know the exact statistics, but the average property investor buys 95 or 90% of them or something by one. You probably know the statistics.
So 71% buy one property, and a further 19% will get to two. But that means 90% of property investors never get past two properties. Yeah.
Yeah. So the point being, if your intention, and my intention with property is to move towards a life of choice, basically, where I don't have to have the salary dictating the kind of work I put myself in or the kind of work I do. And to get to that target, you need more than two properties. You probably, for me, I probably need of the order of, somewhere between 5 and 10 properties. So the default thinking, the point is the default thinking, the average investor, the default thinking is going to get you to 1 or 2 properties. If you want to get past that, then you need to have a paradigm shift in the way that you understand real estate. So the point being that your default thinking is not going to get you there. You need to work some edges and push some boundaries. And I had that happen in an accelerated fashion by working as a client with Dashdot, and then working in Dashdot and kind of chewing through the nitty gritty of how to do it all as well. But the point is, your current thinking won't get you where you want to go. And if you want to get there just by trial and error, it might take you 20 years to realize the secret formula. But if you employ a professional, they've already got that knowledge. They've bought 500 houses or whatever, so they've had 500 refinements of the technique and the methodology to help clients get where they want to go. So the realization for me would be that if I had my time again and I didn't know and I was at the same level of understanding I was then, and if I'd come across it, I would have used a buyer's agent similar to what we do now, because I didn't have the skills or the resources to buy out of area, and even if I wasn't within Dashdot now, I don't know if I'd have those now, even as an individual, because the organisation has the ability to leverage lots of resources, lots of research houses and things like that the average individual doesn't get. Sorry, I've kind of just gone off in the weeds a bit there.
No, it's okay. It's good. I would have shut you up if we were going in the wrong direction, but I actually thought it was really, really insightful, because you're right. It's a bit of a hard one for people to get their heads around. I know. I get emails and stuff from property investors all the time, and I had one just a couple of days ago, and the email was basically said something along the lines of, "Hey, can you buy me an off-market property in one of these 3 suburbs?" Now, incidentally, there were 3 suburbs that we were buying in about 18 months ago, but we're no longer buying in. And I just thought it was a really strange request. I said, well, why specific, like for an investment property, why specifically those suburbs? Why specifically off market? And it was just interesting to understand just to look at the way that they were answering. And it just showed, there's a lot of blinkers, and they're blinkers that people don't know that they have. Like there's just a lot of people are really in the dark when it comes to how to actually get further ahead, how to break through that 2 property ceiling, how to get to that, like the prevailing, look, obviously it's not about the number of properties, because you could have 10 properties at $100,000 and that probably wouldn't want to get you where you want to go. And vice versa, 1 property at $1 million is probably not going to serve your needs either. Right. So it's not necessarily about the number of properties, but providing you're buying somewhere around, $400,000 or $500,000 properties, you're probably going to need, 3 to 5, probably around about 5 properties to really be able to set yourself up to live the lifestyle you want. And the really sad thing is that, as we just discussed, 90% of property investors never get past 2, which means that they never actually get to achieve the financial goals that they're after, and subsequently never get to that destination, the lifestyle that they want. So I think it's a really important conversation to have.